A tireless champion for public schools and education, Pat Llodra enjoyed a decorated career as a school and community leader while giving immense benefit to CAS-CIAC. As an organization director, she helped launch a new endeavor which came after her well-lauded efforts on behalf of the organization.
She's a very strong leader, but she's thoughtful, and she always considers what's best for the most people. She never thinks about what might serve one group or one individual, and Pat always put community first. Pat always thought about what would serve a community best.
I'm always so proud to say that I was a teacher. I draw on those experiences having been a classroom teacher with every other aspect of my life. Those who choose education and have a lifelong commitment to it have that same sense of wanting to make a difference, wanting to reach out and touch others in a way that's positive.
Pat is the consummate professional. Pat does everything 100% and just has a way of staying calm and thinking her way through things that I've rarely seen in anyone else. She's dealt with some very difficult situations, in her professional life, and dealt with them with class and dignity and with leadership and vision that is just you don't see in lots of different leaders.
How many times have we all sat in volunteer organizations or political organizations where somebody says, "Who can do that?" and everybody takes a step back. And Pat always took a step forward and was never afraid to lead. And I think that distinguishes her among anything else.
I believe that there is a role and a power behind good school administration to help elevate all teachers and to really make a difference more broadly. And I think I did that as a high school principal, as a school administrator. I think I look back at that work and feel very positive about changes I was able to make and the influence that I have had.
She is the most outstanding principal I've ever worked with. She had a vision for the school. She had the school focused. Being able to reflect back on the influence that Pat has had on me, as well as a lot of the teachers that are still here at the school and other administrators, her influence still lasts to this day. Her focus of the school still lasts to this day, and she was an outstanding principal, outstanding educator.
Had great respect from all of us. When Pat said something, people really listened in and really considered it. She had a real feel for how to help us grow and to improve our skills as coaches. And she's also just a really caring and wonderful person. Pat's a great colleague, and I certainly cherish that relationship.
I don't think anyone could have been challenged as much as Pat had been challenged as a leader. And she just kept her professionalism and her poise and her leadership and her care and compassion in such a great balance.
My passion for others was always genuine, that I really did want to serve the interests of students, of my community, that it was never about self-aggrandizement. It was always about what can I do to improve the lot for others.
Way back in the 80s, and I was part of a girls group that wanted to play soccer at the high school. And Pat Llodra was the one who spoke up and said, "No, we're going to do this." We did hold a 30-year celebration a few years ago, and I think she'd be proud to know how many lives that she touched.
I just enjoyed working with her. I always knew, no matter how difficult the situation was, that it was going to turn out okay, if Pat was involved in it. She was just a tremendous leader. I can truly and honestly say there's not a person on this planet I have more respect for than Pat Llodra.
I have a long history with CAS-CIAC. I value tremendously the work of that organization, and for that organization to say thank you to me is very special. So thank you, CAS, for thinking that I am worthy.